I think we'd started to lose Gary even before Mum died, while she was lying between life and death at the hospital. "My boys," she said weakly in a voice that seemed to float up from somewhere outside her. "My lost boys." Months later, we got dressed up in our best clothes. "For our day in court," Dad said. "For our portion of justice." But what we got was an insult. The driver had been drinking all day. He had some line about pressure at work, but it worked. Do you know what he got? A suspended sentence. That's right. He rips the heart out of our family and he walks away with a lousy suspended sentence. The last I saw of him, he was hugging his own family and thanking the solicitor. For Dad and me, it was a kick in the teeth, but for Gary it was the end. He'd always been the kind of kid, on the edge, but fragile. Though Gary always liked to think of himself as streetwise and tough, he was always the closest to her, the mummy's boy. But she died and he found out that there was no justice in the world, and all that he had of her, all that was left of his childhood were her last words. "My boys. My lost boys." Dad is struggling with his tie, the new silk one. To date, his first since Mum died. Tension crackles round us. It's 11 months since the crash, but nobody's anywhere near moving on. What do I think of Dad seeing somebody new? I don't know. The way life is at the moment, we're all making up the rules as we go along. You think it's too early to be seeing someone, don't you? Dad, I say, wishing he hadn't asked. That's for you to decide. He nods. I don't even know it that well. She works in the offices. You think I'm making a mistake? It's 18 years since Dad last went on a date, and it shows. He and Mum are childhood sweethearts. They got married at 19, had me when they were 21, and 18 months down the line, Gary came along. I need to do something, he says. I need somebody, is that wrong? I do his tie for him. Once upon a time, he says, I used to do this for you. No, you didn't, I say, squashing his lame attempt at male bonding. I wore sweatshirts at primary school, and it was Mum who showed me how to do my tie when I got to high school. It was definitely a mum and boy thing. Come to think of it, it was Mum who took us swimming. Mum who helped us with our homework. The only big landmark that involved Dad was when I learned to ride my bike. He was the one who was holding the seat when I came off and left half my face on the tarmac around the wreck. Not that it was his fault, missing most of our big days. He always seemed to be working. Overtime was his middle name. He glances at the kitchen clock. It's 7:45. What time are you meeting her? I ask. Dad brightens as if I've just given me blessings. Think again. I'm just making conversation. I'm picking it up from her place at 8:30. Where does she live? Over the water, Eswell. Better get a move on, hadn't you? How can I? He says. Oh, Gary isn't back yet. I told him 7 o'clock. I'll chase him up for you, I say. Just get going. Gary's been on a slide for weeks. Ever since Mum died, Dad's been taking his parenting lark really seriously. But Gary's getting further and further away from him. Honestly, Dad, I tell him, I'll track Gary down, you go. I can't quite bring myself to add, and have a good time. I do my own work until 9 o'clock. It's GCSE coursework on the PC, so I sit in the kitchen cum dining room, typing away with the light off. So as long as I type, cushioned by the darkness, I'm not in the middle of Liverpool in a 3-bedroom semi that backs onto the Northern Line. I suppose I must come across as a bit of a sado doing my own work on a Friday night, but that's the John Mum built. Don't let it pile up, she would say. Break the back of it on Friday night, and you've got the weekend to yourself. She had a word for it. Diligent. So that's what I'll always be, diligent. For her. When I was 11, Mum put me down for St. Thomas's, the school everybody tries to get their kids into. The day I did the test, most of the kids were turning up in BMWs, Range Rovers, or top-of-the-range Volvos. Mum drove me in our red Fiesta. Well, most of it was red. The door was green on the account of a bump we had. GBH by White Van Man. Dad got the green door from a scrapyard to save money. But I passed the test and sailed through the interview. Mum was proud as punch. My son, the brain box. And it wasn't like that for our Gary.